I'm the executive director of an organization called the Platt Institute for Economic Research. And people ask me what that is all about. Well, let me put your minds to rest right away. We're not a lobbying organization. We're not a PAC. We are what's called a think tank, somebody that is organized to try to look at issues, study issues, and try to provide learned information, especially for the public, to look at. You know, you get bombarded with so many different facts, figures coming from all different directions. And our role is to look at free enterprise as much as we can, but to more than anything else, give you the honest information about what's going on and what Nebraska can do to grow its economy. Our focus, tax policy and spending, is the top of our list. And I think at least tax burden right now, when you take a look at property and other taxes, is at the top of many people's list. And spending, and really how we look compared to others. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a few minutes because we just completed a study kind of dealing with at least the tax burden aspect of that. Our educational structure, I don't know exactly what we're going to do there, but I think most people will agree that if you're going to advance and try to grow economically and do some things, somewhere in there education has got to be the foundation for that. And education has got to fit in there with all the other priorities that we have here in the state. So it's something that I don't think we can avoid looking at the right time. We want to evaluate ways to control healthcare spending. And the thought here is very simple. And again, I'm not sure where we're going, although we have some ideas. If Nebraska, in some way, through some innovative approaches, get control, if you will, and I think that's the correct term to use today, is get control of healthcare spending. Think of that, the economic advantage that will provide. Think of the incentives then that businesses and other organizations will have to come into the state if we can somehow figure out how to get control of that element of our societal costs. And then finally, managing our valuable water resources, and that's a natural. You know, other states have coal, oil. Wyoming has tremendous resources of coal and so forth. Other states have different resources. Well, water's in Nebraska. And I think we've learned by watching the situation with the Republican River, some of the things that have happened along the Platte, that in the future, water is going to be important to the economics of this state. So it ought to be on our list to look at for how we can grow Nebraska's economy. I hope that you believe that this is true. For a free market to thrive, a culture of accountability and transparency has to emerge. I think the more citizen oversight that we can have over our operations within government at all levels, executive, legislative, and judicial, the better off we will be as a state.